A North Dakota man has written a book after struggling with addiction for more than 20 years. He started using drugs when he was just 14 years old. He's been sober since 2011. Reporter Jody Kurzman has his story.
You are definitely missing out.
Tyler Elk isn't much of a reader
of life,
but that didn't stop him from writing a book.
Ones with grit.
Broken Gifts is Tyler's memoir.
It's a story about, from the time I was born, being born into a home with addiction present, abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, different traumas throughout my life, both given to me and both the ones that I've caused. And then, ultimately finding sobriety in January 5th, 2011.
Tyler shares it all on these pages.
So I would not go completely crazy.
It's a story he's always wanted to share.
Well, I've always had this rolling around in my head, and, and the crazier things that you do in life, people are always like, you need to write a book, Tyler.
His favorite chapter is one titled Crack Therapy.
That chapter there it's human. It's a little boy's way of learning how to deal with trauma when I didn't know what it was. So it just shows the strength of a human. And I wrote this book in hopes of helping one person, one person that's out there that's struggling with their demons.
Tyler hopes by sharing his story, he can help others understand and recover from addiction and inspire them to one day share their own broken gifts.
The anticipation was horrific.
You can buy Broken Gifts on Amazon or directly from Tyler. Learn more on his Facebook page, Broken Gifts. A new study from the UK confirms hormone replacement therapy is linked to a higher risk of breast cancer. Using data from more than 500,000 women, researchers looked at risks tied to the hormone types and the length of use. They found cancer risk increases were associated with estrogen progestin treatments, with much smaller increases for estrogen-only therapies. The cancer risk declined once hormone replacement therapy stopped. The government is planning to pay for any future coronavirus vaccine for all Americans. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services say they'll pay for any vaccine authorized or approved by the FDA. While the federal government is paying for the vaccine, insurers, including Medicare, Medicaid, and private plans, must cover the cost of administering it. And that's no small task. The agency says if the 62 million people in the Medicare program got vaccinated, it would cost more than $2.5 billion. Cold temps and some snowflakes played a role tonight for a football game between Wadena, Deer Creek, and Pelican Rapids. Alex has highlights next in sports.